Today we shall discuss about the laboratory thermometer. But before going to the laboratory thermometer, let's go back to the last topic. Okay, we have started with the types of thermometer in the last video, that was clinical thermometer and laboratory thermometer. The first one we have already discussed, that is clinical thermometer, and the use of clinical thermometer was to measure the body temperature. Yes, it is used only to measure the body temperature. Okay, and the range of clinical thermometer was between 35 degrees Celsius to 42 degrees Celsius. Yes, so since we cannot use the clinical thermometer to measure other temperatures, so we need another type of thermometer, which is laboratory thermometer. Okay, so this laboratory thermometer we can use to measure any temperature. It may be temperature of a weather, it may be temperature of a water, it may be temperature of different things. Okay, so let's see what is laboratory thermometer. Okay, so different types of thermometers are used for different purposes. The maximum and minimum temperatures of the previous day reported in weather reports are measured by a thermometer called the maximum minimum thermometer. So the weather report, we check the weather report. Yes, what was the temperature yesterday or what will be the temperature today. So all these are being measured by what? By a thermometer, and its name is what? Maximum minimum thermometer. Okay, maximum minimum thermometer. Now maximum means the highest number of temperature, okay, and minimum means lowest. Yes, so the low temperature, that means the temperature of morning, since we know in the morning the temperature is very less compared to the noon time. Yes, so the temperature of morning will be measured by a minimum thermometer, and the temperature is highest at what time? At the noon time. Yes, noon time. So the temperature will be measured by a maximum thermometer. Okay, so this is about the maximum minimum thermometer. So we use different types of thermometer to measure different temperatures. And the range of laboratory thermometer is generally from minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. So imagine it is what? Minus 10 degrees Celsius. That means it is very less. That means we can use the laboratory thermometer to measure very low temperature. Okay, very cold temperature can be measured, and also very high temperature can be measured, which is 110 degrees Celsius. Okay, so you can see this is the image of a laboratory thermometer. Okay, here same way, just like the clinical thermometer, you will see the scaling here. Okay, so which is ranging from what? From minus 10 degrees Celsius to 110 degrees Celsius. And also you will find a mercury, just like you have found mercury in the clinical thermometer. Okay, so how are we going to use the laboratory thermometer to measure the temperature of a water? Okay, for this what we need, suppose we want to measure the temperature of a water. So for that we will have to take a glass or a bucket or a mug. Okay, and in that mug, glass or a bucket, let's put a water. We will take water here. Yes, we will take water, and then in that water we will dip the thermometer. If this is the thermometer, okay, if this is the thermometer, we will dip it just like this. See here, this is the thermometer, this is the thermometer, and this is the glass with water. Okay, so we will dip the thermometer straight in the water, and this mercury will read the temperature. It will measure the temperature, and the temperature will be shown here. The mercury will rise and fall depending on the temperature of the water. Okay, this is how we can measure the temperature of a water using a laboratory thermometer. Okay, and when we are measuring the temperature of water, suppose by mistake, if we take out, by mistake we have taken out the thermometer of the glass, then what happens? The range of mercury, it will change. It may rise or it may fall depending on the temperature of the weather. So that is why when we want to measure the temperature of water, we have to keep the thermometer inside. Okay, we must not take it out. Okay, if we take out, then we will not get the temperature of water. So we have to keep it inside to measure the temperature of water. Otherwise, if we bring it out, we will get the temperature of the weather. Okay. Okay, so here it is said here, see, this means that the temperature must be read while the thermometer is in the water. Okay, otherwise it will change, because this laboratory thermometer, it is also used to measure the temperature of weather. Also, we must know why does the mercury not fall or rise in a clinical thermometer when taken out of the mouth? Why does the range of clinical thermometer does not change? Why? Because in the clinical thermometer there is a kink. Okay, kink, K-I-N-K. There is a kink in a clinical thermometer which is near the bulb. Okay, which is near the bulb, and this kink, it prevents the mercury from changing its ranges. Okay, from changing its level. Okay, so therefore the mercury will not fall or will not rise in clinical thermometer, but the mercury, it rises and it falls down in a laboratory thermometer. Okay, in clinical thermometer we have kink because this clinical thermometer is used only to measure the body temperature. Okay, so remember this, it is very important, this question, and then this is the next question. Okay, the first one is, why does the mercury not fall or rise in a clinical thermometer when taken out of the mouth? And the answer is what? Because there is a kink in the clinical thermometer which is near the bulb. And the second question is, what is the use of the kink? Why the kink is used? It prevents the mercury level from falling on itself. So the level of mercury will not fall or will not rise by itself. Okay, so we will see the change of mercury level only when the clinical thermometer is in contact with the body. So remember all these points. Okay, and also there are some facts which we must know. There is a lot of concern over the use of mercury in thermometers. Mercury is a toxic substance and is very difficult to dispose of if a thermometer breaks. These days digital thermometers are available which do not use mercury. So mercury is what? It is a toxic substance. That means it is harmful for our health. Okay, it is toxic. So that is why what happens, it is also very difficult to dispose. Means since it is harmful, we cannot throw this mercury here and there, and we are in need to throw the mercury. Why? Because those clinical and laboratory thermometers which are made of glass, those may break. Yes, those thermometers may break, and if they break, there is a mercury. So we will have to throw those broken thermometers. Yes, so with that we are throwing the mercury also, which is not easy to dispose because they are very toxic, harmful. Okay, so that is why we are using alternative, that is what? Digital thermometer. Nowadays we use what? Digital thermometer, and in this digital thermometer there is no mercury, which do not use mercury. Okay, this digital thermometer, it do not use mercury. Okay, nowadays we are using digital thermometer. Okay, so Today we have discussed about the laboratory thermometer, and also we have done a quick revision about the clinical thermometer. So in the next video we shall continue with the next topic, that is transfer of heat.